Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher and I'm the host of both the LCSW Network and the Military Social Work Network. The purpose of both of these channels is to create a community of hope and support where social workers, both military and civilians, can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Welcome back to Ask a Military Social Worker. So in today's video, we will be answering a question by Waller Life. Waller Life reached out to me and said, "Thank you so much for this inspiration. My wife and I both graduated with our MSW and now have our LMSW. I have been working for a little over a year now at a community mental health facility and have been thinking about joining a branch of the military after completing my LCSW. Any advice or suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Thank you again for your videos." Well, Waller Life, thank you for sending me that comment and for that positive feedback on my previous video that you had watched. So I have a couple of questions that I would like for you to consider, Waller Life. So let's go over them. The first question that I'd like you to consider is, do you want to serve as an active duty or reserve component uniformed social worker? Typically, active duty service members usually change duty stations, or PCS, permanent change of station, every 3 years or so. Whereas reserve component positions, either in the reserves or the National Guard, are generally part-time positions where you will serve either in your community or possibly in another community or even in another state. But you could stay in one residential location for your entire career in the reserves or the National Guard. For example, I've been in the National Guard now for almost 10 years. And I've been in different units, but because it's part-time, I've been in my same house for over the last 17 years. Whereas if I was active duty, I would have to change residential locations every 3 years. So that's one question to ask yourself. The second question that you want to consider is, which branch do I want to serve in? Okay. Right now you have the choice of Air Force, Navy, and Army. All three branches all recruit for active duty and for reserve and National Guard social work positions. Okay. Navy has active duty and reserve positions, but generally no National Guard positions for social workers. There are also Public Health Service Commission Corps positions where social workers serve in uniform for various federal agencies. And I've done a previous video where I talked about the PHS Commission Corps, so I'll leave a link for that video. Here's a third question. How old will I be upon applying to become a uniformed military social worker? This is a very important question, Waller Life. If you're still in your 20s, even if you're still in your 30s, you're going to have more options, okay? I did do a previous video where I did speak about age limits for serving as a military social worker, so I will also leave that link in this video. But generally speaking, again, if you're under 30, you will have more options with regards to applying for uniformed military social work positions in any branch, especially active duty positions. If you're an older LCSW, meaning you're over 40, your options are going to be limited to Army positions, either in the Army Reserves or the Army National Guard. Okay. And I would always recommend you all, if you are looking for military positions, speak to a recruiter. Okay. I didn't give the disclaimer at the beginning of the video, but this video is not being endorsed, sponsored, or promoted, nor I am not a recruiter. Okay. All these videos are for information and educational purposes only. So my last word, always, 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 always talk to a military recruiter for the branch that you're interested in. And also make sure that that recruiter is authorized to recruit for social work positions. Okay, it will do you no good to talk to a recruiter that only recruits enlisted infantry soldiers, or yeah, you have to talk to medical service corps recruiter. That's what it's called in the Army. It may go under a different name in the Navy or the Air Force, but if you're looking for Army positions and you're a social worker, you need to speak to a medical service corps recruiter. Okay, that's very important. All right, so I'm gonna stop here. Oh, one other thing that I want to add, Waller Life. Um, I would say the most positions that are available, if you're interested in working with military personnel, are, and this one probably gets overlooked because everybody wants to get the uniform, which is cool, you know. But eventually, soldiers, Marines, airmen, even guardians, and our brothers and sisters in the Coast Guard, eventually we either retire or ETS and we become veterans. So there's a huge demand for social workers in the Department of Veterans Affairs. So I would hope that you have an open mind. And actually, as some of you that have been watching my videos, I've actually been a social worker in the Department of Veterans Affairs longer than I've been with the DoD or with the Army National Guard. I've been with the VA for 17 years, and in December of 2021, it'll be 10 years in the National Guard. So I actually have more experience with the Department of Veterans Affairs. And the VA is always looking for LCSWs, MSWs. So that could actually be your bridge, Waller Life. You may want to, I know you said you mentioned that you're working in community mental health. I have a background in community mental health myself. I have a background in working in psychiatric state hospitals, and that experience was actually, I was able to leverage that experience to get my first job in the VA. So, Waller Life, I would also recommend that you seriously consider getting a position in the Department of Veterans Affairs, and that's only going to give you, greater experience that will help you if you really want to come over to the uniform side of things. Okay? Well, I hope I answered your question, Waller Life, so I'm going to stop here. I want to thank you all for watching this video. To all the social workers out there, thank you for the work that you do every day for your clients, for your agency, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.